daughter's color.
Welcome in, everybody, to the DLLS Cowboys podcast. The reinforcements are here. Which group is going to be most improved in the second half? And is it too little, too late, or do we have a chance? All of these things on the DLLS Cowboys podcast starts now. Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome in to the DLLS Cowboys podcast. As it is Raiders week, it's time to get this thing on track. Time to get this thing to 4-5-1, where we can start dreaming again. You know what I'm saying? Or time to get to 3-6-1,
Ooh.
and we can dream a different dream.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Or like a nightmare.
The Revel Reese dream. It's an Ohio State linebacker.
That's
Don't
not
worry about it.
Listen, that's definitely a dream.
That's
You
the
will
dream.
not be high enough.
He's a linebacker.
You're not going to lose enough to be able to reach Revel Reese.
Linebackers don't get picked high, but he can also rush the quarterback, so you're right. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Jeff. Next, former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holly.
Guys are going to be running butt naked.
Possible. You talking about Monday?
Could be.
Could be. Next to him is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
Mugaletta.
Yep. Next to him is the second greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Ali Jawad. If you wouldn't mind smashing the like button on your way in, it sure would be appreciated. And if you could put in the chat your favorite number. Look, the point is to light up the chat because it's good for the algorithm. But I didn't come up with a plan for it.
Just your favorite number? That's it.
Who's the
What is your favorite?
7?
I thought you was going to do what you ask us to do later and have people comment on that, but we'll do that later in the chat.
On what? Which
On-
position
on
group
the
will be
whiteboard.
most improved in the second half of the season? Put that in the chat for us. That's going to be part of the
What's
show
your
today.
favorite number?
How about that?
You know, it's evolved.
All right.
Right
man.
now, it's 3.
It doesn't need to be.
I mean, you know,
it doesn't have to be this.
You're just a
Ali,
big
what's
George
your favorite
Pickens
number?
It's
fan.
3.
Favorite number? I don't know.
You know, you beat writers, man. Y'all just
What-
can't
what-
answer a simple question. All
Because
right,
already-
let's move on.
Do you have a favorite number?
Yes.
What
I
is
do.
it?
16.
Okay, you have a reason for that.
16.
Okay,
That's my
you
favorite
just-
number.
What's your favorite number, Jeff?
Said it.
I didn't hear it. Did you hear it?
No.
7.
I you said 6.
6, 7, 6, 7,
There
6,
you go.
7.
Set him up.
Why
Is
the
there a
hell?
way we can just do the Jesse and I camera since the beat writers don't listen?
Why the hell
Jesse
is
and I are going to do the show.
Why the hell is this 7?
All right,
24
so
is
we're
my
down
favorite
this
number.
one. Jesse,
Yeah,
we'll
we're
be
right
right
here.
there the rest
We're
of the
right
show.
there.
You
We're right
guys
there.
have a great day.
Why the hell is this 7?
It's
I know
lucky-
why it's 16. I guess.
It's a lucky number
Why?
because it's 7.
7 is the number of completion in the Bible.
It's 7.
Tell me about 3 and about.
What's-
Really?
Trinity. Holy
Thank
Trinity.
you.
Trinity, yeah.
Yeah, Holy Trinity.
Really?
That's right. The Trinity. That's right. You're absolutely right.
What's your favorite Bible number?
Yeah, goodness
There's
gracious.
numbers in the Bible. Okay, so we're going to get to DeMarvion Overshown, Shavon Revel.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the way back. Allegedly going to play this week. I'm not going to ask our beat writers if that's right. I'll ask them next segment. They don't get to talk right now. But first, we are going to, I don't know how to say it, put a bow on, perhaps finish out our Marshawn Kneeland content series.
Mm-hmm.
Because over the weekend, I did think it was nice that they had the announcement before each NFL game. They had a moment of silence for Marshawn Kneeland. And I thought that was nice. And there's still other content that sort of trickles out that applies that I think would be good for people to hear, Cowboy fans to hear especially. Because Dak Prescott was in his high school hometown
Mhm.
where he was trying to bribe them to name a stadium after him by
I don't
giving them a
think
bunch
he-
of money.
why
Why? Let the man have his moment.
Is that not accurate? Clarence said he had donated a lot of money
I don't think he robbed.
and that they
him.
were maybe going to name the stadium.
That's usually how it
Well,
goes.
there, somebody is trying to get a stadium in D.C. named after him, but if, you know,
Oh.
Dak's not like that.
Political show we are
Well-
here, baby.
I didn't say anything.
One earned it, the other one didn't.
Wow, see?
See, now our beat writers are being political. Again, John, back to us. Get them out of here.
We're here to stay.
But I would assume, actually, we can zoom back out so I can clarify something with Clarence real
Yeah,
quick.
you better zoom out.
I would assume that the audio/video that we're going to play is from Dak in the locker room of his old high school talking to the football team.
Yeah, he's talking to the football team after, stadium named him in his honor. He had donated a lot of money to his hometown. But
Right.
he's always been connected to his hometown. High school, Houghton High School. Remember when Ferguson wore his jersey going into a game?
It's a good plan.
But
It's a good plan.
great connection. And Dak is always good with words. He was talking to the kids in the moment. And it's not always easy to speak in the moment. And Dak, said the right thing.
I can give you a big hype up speech or something like that, right? Game tomorrow. We got a game tomorrow. You have to continue doing what you've been doing, listen to your coaches, preparing. But what's on my mind right now is if you paid attention to the news, right? Us losing a teammate. I just want to tell you, right? You're right now in the greatest time of your life with your brothers. These relationships, I still have some of my teammates that are here tonight. 15 plus years ago, right? These relationships matter. These relationships, who you surround yourself around, are going to create the man that you want to be someday, right? They help mold the decisions that you're going to be. Your friends do. So surround yourself around the right people, man. Hug your teammates. Tell your teammates you love them, right? If you're going through something, don't be afraid to share, right? You and your teammate, or you and a couple of teammates, whoever, y'all can get through. This problem may seem a lot to one person, but I promise you, to the team, it's nothing, right? That's on my mind. That's on my heart. I love you guys. Appreciate y'all allowing me back. And go Bucks, man. Go Bucks!
So I thought that was a useful and nice message worth sharing. Because there's two things in there that I think can be really important, especially in the wake of Marshawn Kneeland, and it is the what did he say before he said the one, like where it was just like talking to your teammates, and the fact that hug your teammates is important too, I guess. But the idea that whatever problem you might have, whatever obstacle might be happening in your personal life or in your own brain, when you do it by yourself, it can absolutely seem like it is insurmountable. I can't beat this. But if you share it and you let other people be a part of your struggle, your problem, your whatever, I think you will find that that problem can be lighter than the way you picture it. And I think that's Dak's a great person to have as a resource in that locker room in a situation like this.
And on top of that, when you just take the parallels of what football is, I think it speaks directly to that, right? It's everybody working together in unison to get over a problem, on the field. And so it's universally kind of almost welcomed that this should not be an alone journey. Because if you play a sport, football in particular, you're so dependent upon the man next to you to carry such weight that you don't have to, and vice versa. And in the locker room is where you spend most of your time. From the start of training camp to the end of the season, you spend more time with your football family than you do your naturally born family. The people that have the same last name as you, the same blood as you, you don't see them more than you see the guys in that locker room. So, and Dak, like you said, is the perfect person for all the things that he has already gone through in this particular area, whether that's losing a parent from a medical illness and then losing a brother to suicide. So, sometimes guys prepare certain people, like I was saying last week, for a moment such as this, right? And even though you don't want to go through it, you have to go through it because there's going to be a greater goal set before you or a greater challenge set before you in which you have to now step up and be able to bring other people through it like you went through it. And now as they get back together this week in the locker room to commence their profession of football, Dak's going to be one of those key figures in the locker room that's going to be able to, wrap his arms around guys, put his arms around guys and help walk people through this process of mourning and grieving. And everybody does that differently. But Dak is one of the great people to do it.
Yeah, and I think that there's so much there, and we want to say put a bow on it, but we're never putting a bow on it.
No.
You know? And this is really just beginning with, you got the funeral service coming, you got people coming back to the locker room, your locker's going to empty, all of that stuff is really going to come to a head for some of the players, and there's so much going on, there's so much happen that this way, it's going to linger, okay? It's going to linger. And I try to say it Friday, I've said it so many times over the weekend, it just speaks to the insidiousness or of mental health, of depression, how you really can't. There's no answer, and Dak says all the right things. He said he's going to be a perfect person to do that. But as he said in that speech to the kids, what you're going through may be too much for yourself, but it's not too much for your teammates. You know how many times he's probably said that in his locker room, how many him and Solomon Thomas represent that because they've gone through mental health. They've had family members who have died by suicide. And so in the idea that Marshawn didn't feel like he could come to them or open up in the locker room and didn't feel comfortable, that just tells you there's no right answer, but you still have to continue to spread the message. Talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody. Let somebody know, because nothing's perfect. You don't know, because if you don't feel comfortable to talk to these guys who have platforms and are very open about it, who are you gonna feel comfortable talking to?
Well, that's why I think that the biggest thing in this moment is the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
To put the spotlight on something that just isn't talked about enough, because I don't want to try to get inside someone else's brain and pretend I know what was going there. But I think a lot of times what happens is, and I think this is so hard, because I have talked to multiple people who have never dealt with any sort of, I don't know the proper wording anymore. I'll say mental illness, and somebody will probably correct me. But if you've never dealt with something like it, it's a really hard thing for empathy, because empathy means that you can understand the feeling, right? Sympathy is, I feel for you. That sucks. Empathy is I can feel that with you. And it's hard to do because you can't really picture how it works, I think, for a lot of people. And the fact that that's not how it went, that a guy had two resources of teammates that had been there for a while, in the league for a while, older than him, and literally in the vein of what he was considering, and didn't go there, I think it speaks a lot to the level of shame, embarrassment, fear that lives inside you in those moments, that even with a maybe perfect resource available to you, that didn't feel like something that you were going to do. I think it speaks to how not rational we can be when we're in our bad places, and it speaks to the level of guilt and shame that people can feel that keeps them from reaching out. And I think it makes it the perfect time to encourage people to know that even with that, here is the spotlight. Do it. Open up. The thing that scares you so much, whatever it is, the dark place that you might live in that is that terrifying to you, the level of embarrassment you might feel sharing whatever is going on with yourself, it does get lighter if you share it with someone who is worthy of hearing it. Because I saw somebody in the chat who said, what about if people have effed you over your whole life? And so it's no, screw that. Now I'm going to be a loner. Again, mental health advice is so hard, because who's qualified to give it? Professionals, not me. But personally, break out a pen and paper.
Right.
A problem can become lighter if there's something swirling. Write it. If it's a tangible problem you're worrying about, write it. It's way more dangerous swirling than it is when it's out of your head. So yeah, I think that's what I got today.
Yep.
I think that's what I got. But I think Dak is the right guy to have leading a team through a time that is going to be really, really hard for them. Right. Robar's in the super chat. Met Celine Dion and super chef Bobby Flay. Talked to Cowboys football with them for an hour. Both are terrified of Brock Bowers. It's the Raiders tight end. Bob thinks we'll put 26 on Bowers as a shadow. Celine thinks that will wear down 26 and instead use a combo of 14, 0, 55, and 26. Robar, I have my doubts.
Celine
that you spoke
said
to
that?
either one of those people about this. But I appreciate what it could be a reference to what was the Will Ferrell movie where he said this wedding is horse ass? Because his brother Derek was talking about super chef Bobby Flay and hanging out with him. Whatever. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
It's $49.99. Did we give him $1? So, or do we, we got to.
We're late to the break. We'll give him a song on the other side as we get ready for the return of guys who are going to try to help this defense next.
And have you ever wanted to be a major league player? I know a lot of you athletes want to be rappers want to be athletes. And some of the fans, you want to have and to live out that dream of being a major league player. See the name on the back of your jersey, share the dugout with all times great. Well, we have news for you. The Texas Rangers Fantasy Camp presented by National Car Rental is your opportunity to live out those dreams. It's taking place January 7th through 11th at the Rangers Spring Training Facility in Surprise, Arizona. Rangers Fantasy Camp is the dream experience of a diehard Rangers fan. Across 5 unforgettable days, campers will be treated like a big leader. Custom uniforms, professional grade equipment, access to full clubhouse amenities, post-game happy hours, the whole 9 yards. And the best part about it, you'll get hands-on guidance and encouragement from some of the best players to ever don a Rangers jersey, including Hall of Famer Yvonne Pudge Rodriguez, Fergie Jenkins, and more alumni announcements on the way. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity you won't want to miss. Spots limited are going fast. Secure yours today at Rangers.com/fantasycamp. That's Rangers.com/fantasycamp.
Shout out to our friends at Mack Weldon. Every time that a season changes, you get to go, you get to think about maybe some new things in the wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? It's time
Women be shopping. Women be shopping.
I like when he got his head in the piano. Reggie. Now cooling down. It's time to get some things with some sleeves on it. Our friends at Mack Weldon, they got you covered. Summer adventures, they had you for that too. Workout clothes, they got you for that. Now that it's time to get the long sleeves on, hoodies, shirts, whatever, MackWeldon.com. Get 20% off your first order of $125 or more with the code DLLS. So go to MackWeldon.com. Use the code DLLS, 20% off that first order of $125 or more. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Mo, who is, I will tell you, Mo is a whole psycho. Mo is in the chat and said, can we finally talk some Overshown? And yes, we can. DeMarvion Overshown, Shavon Revel, third-round pick corner, who definitely had a setback that they pretended wasn't a setback, but he definitely had a setback.
Before we get into that, did we realize we didn't even mention it? I don't think most people recognized it. Caelen Carson played a week ago.
And Caelen Carson in his snaps, not bad. I'll tell you that. Not bad.
Seatbelt played like no one has talked about it. No, I've seen no mention anywhere.
First of all, did you watch this secondary against Arizona? What is that talking about?
I'm telling you, Carson played pretty well.
Did he?
He sure did.
It's because they was targeting Bland.
He might have blown the coverage, though. He might have blown the coverage one time, but
that's because he
didn't
cover Harrison.
Alienate your teammates.
That's because he didn't cover.
You want to fit in.
He didn't cover Harrison. I mean, come on.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just telling you.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, got to start somewhere. People hadn't said a word about it. I was just like,
did he have a PBU?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't do that.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean,
we have like maybe I'm watching 6 of those.
The Arizona-Seattle game, and one of the Seattle defense back had a great PBU in the end zone, knocking the ball out of guys there. Like, they do that? They're allowed to do that?
They're allowed
to stop touchdowns by knocking the ball away from a receiver?
They're allowed.
I mean, the idea that we're talking about how great a cornerback played and he ain't touched the ball.
No, we ain't talking about how great.
No,
he played. I just said he played.
No,
right.
he was over there carrying the water.
No, I think the issue here is that someone mentioned that a guy played, and someone who went and watched the tape noted that the guy actually played pretty well when he was in there.
How do you play
and then
well
somebody
when you
else
don't
who
have
didn't
any?
just wanted to challenge because it's his
I'm
personality.
I'm asking, how do you play well when you have no plays on the ball?
By covering the person you're supposed to cover.
Oh, so he was blank. He was covering it.
Yes, he
like
was
a
covering
blanket.
people well.
Because they threw to the other guy.
You're challenging
I'm asking a question.
Just a challenge.
Okay. All right. Seatbelts all pro.
Yes, he's an all-pro. That's exactly what I said.
Shavon Revel.
Exactly what I said. He's an
Shavon
all-pro.
Revel, DeMarvion Overshown.
We're having fun here, Jeff. You're not having any fun.
Overshown looking good or what?
Overshown looks great.
Oh, a guy who hadn't played in 12 months.
You didn't let me finish.
Destroyed his knee.
You don't let me. You
and
let
now
me
he's
finish.
an all-pro.
Have you seen him?
Did he bat a ball down?
Have you seen him in uniform?
Did he sack a quarterback?
Have you seen him in practice?
How many sacks did he have
The
in practice?
man looks like a beast, a cyborg. He looks good getting off the bus. Yes, man, he looks.
That's nice.
And I answered how he looks. The man looks like a behemoth. Okay? And Shavon Revel looks good. I mean, big, long, tall corner. I mean, they look like football players.
All right.
I mean, that's how you want your football players to look. So, yeah. And Shotty told us last week, I asked him last month, he said the plan is for them to both play against the Raiders on Monday night. Obviously, the Cowboys are back in the facility today. They're going to take Wednesday off, but they just kind of readjusting. I don't think they're practicing today. And so let's wait to see them get on the practice field. But it looks like both of them are being targeted to play against the Raiders. And again, yeah, Overshown looks good. That's where I was leaving it. He looks good. He looks the part. He looks like, I want that dude on my team. Revel looks like, I want that dude on my team. I want that dude back there covering somebody. Now we'll see how they take it to the field, to the actual game. But they passed the eyeball test for sure.
Yeah, I second that. Like, they're moving around a little at practice, but to your point, too, like, we'll see how they take in a game. And we talked about this a long time ago. Like, are they in game shape? You know, can Overshown run sideline to sideline? Can he take on contact? How many snaps are they going to get? There's a lot of questions still surrounding it, but, I mean, it's good to have them back, or hopefully to have them back.
I have a question for you guys. Robar sent a $50 super chat. Which song do you think he wants? Do you think he wants Do the Mr. Fourth and Long, or do you think he wants Club Pop Pop?
Robar, if you're listening.
Your call.
Your call, brother.
I think we put it on John and just play one. And then if it was the wrong one, we'll play the other one. Okay.
Oh.
Whoever.
Come
on, Clarence.
You got to get up.
Come on, Clarence. Do your stomp stuff. Do your stomping stuff. There it is.
Hey!
Do that Jesse thrust. I'm trying to do that Jesse thrust.
Oh.
We got to get Jesse dancing, man. Come on now. Don't leave us hanging.
Kerry Matthews.
Don't leave us
Freak
hanging.
Beast, Super
No,
chat.
we're good.
I know Overshown and others are coming back, but when is a trade pick Clark going to be playing? Ain't seen him all season. Kerry, you're going to have to clean that up. I don't know what you're saying.
Pick Clark.
Oh, the guy that we traded for, Kenny Clark? Because he has been playing. That could have been a joke about how Kenny Clark hadn't played well. Could be.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume it is. But yeah, Overshown and Revel. Do you have the same expectations for both?
No.
Not even level of play, but just that. Well, I guess level of play is kind of what I'm asking. But like, I hold Revel further back,
Way
because
back.
like never
You haven't
NFL.
seen him yet, yeah.
Right. Some sort of setback. If he plays, I think that like he would be like, all right, go get you a series and let's see what it looks like. Like, or do you think that they'll just be like, hey, look, you're up?
Well, I think it's different because one has played in the league before, right? One hasn't, and he's a rookie. So I think that you want to ease Revel in more so than Overshown, even though I would say Overshown's had the more catastrophic recovery from the injury. But we've seen what he can do. There's some expectations for Overshown, and obviously I think Revel can hit those. But he, again, here's let's we don't want to. You don't want to damage his confidence. As a
Can you
cornerback is different.
afford that? can you afford to ease these guys? Because here's what we do know. We can no longer say that team is that, right? Like we can't say, oh, well, it's the Vegas Raiders. They haven't done boop, 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 all year long with that defense that we keep putting out there. Because everybody prior to and after us plays back to their normal self. They play the Cowboys, and all of a sudden they become the greatest show on turf against the Cowboys defense. So coming into this game this week, and I know Geno Smith got banged up a little bit in the last game. You know, they don't play until Monday night, so I'm sure he'll take this week to get himself together. Brock Bowers has found his leg, so he's going to be ready to go. They still have the studded rookie in Ashton Genty in the backfield. So can you afford, because you lose to the Raiders, you're just about done.
Oh, you're totally done.
You lose to the Raiders, you are finished.
You're done.
So do you have the luxury to now say, hey, we're going to slow roll these guys back into this thing? Because the sense of urgency has to be sky high. And so whoever's on deck needs to be fully immersed into the game. Shavon, Revel, we need you to go out there and cover. If we're going to have DaRon Bland maybe go inside and try to fight around with Brock Bowers a little bit, we need you on the outside. Because we can't go back out there with Traquez and Kyer and that group, right? If we're going to go Logan Wilson now and start linebacker, guess what? Hey, Overshown, we need you out there. Now we're going to give you a blow, but we need you. We need you out there because we cannot allow this running back to get going. We can't allow them to be able to play action pass us to death and throw behind us with Brock Bowers. That can't be an option for the Cowboys. So I don't know if they have the luxury to say slow roll these guys into the game.
Right. I think they have the luxury because they lost the last 2 weeks. I mean, we're hoping for a miracle here if that's the case of saving this season.
We are hoping for a miracle, Clarence.
I'm saying that's what you're hoping for, a miracle. And I think that you don't want to. I mean, when you made the trade for Quinnen, it was about yes now, but it's really about the future. I mean, in Revel and Overshown is now, but it's really about the future. I mean, you're hoping against hope, but you're not going to sit yourself back for the future by trying to push everything, all your chips on the table Monday night against the Raiders when you're 3-5-1. Yes, you're going to try to manage. You have to manage Revel because you don't want to mess up his confidence. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you damage something for the future. You know, and it's a process. Conditioning is real. They have not played football at all. So, you know, there's no way they can just throw them out there and say, make it happen. You know, you have to ease them in, you know, and try to manage with the other guys you got. Hopefully the changes up front will help some of the other guys that you had played before play better. But you got to do it all. But you just can't throw them to the wolves. You can't just do everything with those guys initially because it's about now, but it's also about the future. I mean, realistically, you have to go 7-1 to get the 10 wins. That's highly unlikely. But the only way you're going to go 7-1 and get the 10 wins, if you certainly have to beat the Raiders. And hopefully you can beat the Raiders, but you want to be better against Philly. You need those guys to gain some confidence, gain some momentum, so you can get better in December, in November, in those important games that are coming up. And that's easing these guys into it, not just throwing them out there.
I mean, here's my thing, is that if you can't gain confidence against the Raiders, the percentage of you gaining confidence against the next, I mean, you got to go up against that. If you're a defense, you got to go up against that running back. And I know that you hate the quarterback. I get it, but you don't. There's not many confidence boosters.
Which quarterback?
Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah,
I'm saying like there's not many confidence boosters going up against Devontae Smith and AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley. There aren't many confidence boosters going up against Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and Rashee Rice and company. There aren't many confidence boosters going up against Amon-Ra and J-Mo and Goff and Sonic and Knuckles. There's not many confidence boosters ahead outside of the Vegas Raiders and those players. This is the one. This is the one I need you to go out there and get as confident as possibly you can get, because the games coming after that, those dudes want to take souls. Those teams take confidence. They take souls. They make you feel like you shouldn't be on this field. So having those guys go out there and play well against the Vegas Raiders is highly important.
Shavon Revel Senior's in the chat. Appreciate you coming in. I sent him the link. Trust Revel Jr. He will get a first game INT in the first game if they try him.
Oh, Gino's.
2 more
I like
times.
this.
Mark my word. Like Pops.
Thank you.
I like
Pops.
that.
We love it, Dad.
I like
Pops,
that.
come on through. He coming. Come on through.
Let's just put him on somebody that's not Bowers, Let's just put him on one of the little
He's
receivers
outside corner, but
Hey,
again, Revel is
Gino.
again tall, long.
Now,
fast.
I'm going to say this, Dad, because you popped in here today, and we appreciate you having here.
Don't do that.
Gino's number
Baby
2 in
boy
picks,
get cooked.
so.
Don't be back in here Tuesday.
Don't do that.
No, that's what the dad's supposed to do. But you
Don't do
can't
that.
duck the smoke if baby boy get cooked on Tuesday.
Don't do that.
I'm just, no.
Don't do that.
You can't come in and say interception
He's
first
just
game
being
out.
happy for his kid. It's okay.
I like it. We're putting in the call.
You can't go Hambino and he ain't been there in months and then go ghost on Tuesday. Come on back and join us all week. Come back and join us all week, but for sure come back and join us on Tuesday.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, it is a Magic Marker Monday. Which position group will be most improved in the second half? You tell us in the chat. It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Let me tell you about my friends at Qualis Roofing and Construction. With over 700 5-star reviews, averaging 4.9 rating, Qualis is one of the most trusted names in roofing across North Texas and in Austin. And right now, in this storm season that's a brewing, if you have some roof issues, Qualis has you covered. They are not these fly-by-night people that just walk up and down your property. Walk up and down your neighborhood, and they do that. You're giving me the no sign. Oh, wow. Oh, not the fly-by-night. Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about, boss? I'm reading what they said. You're telling me no. But yeah, this is what they do. And they're giving away gifts right now. If you get your roof inspected, they're going to give you a free t-shirt. So just have them come by and inspect the roof. You're going to get a free DLLS t-shirt, the one that we show all the time. But if they replace your roof, they're going to give you an option between a free Blackstone grill and a Traeger snorkel. So here's how you do it. You call or you go online and schedule your free roof inspection. Don't forget to ask about your grill. Or visit QualisRoofingGC.com or call 817-500-9008 today.
If you would like to do a service for your community and have a nice day, have a good time, our friends at Big Brothers Big Sisters, they invite you to step out onto the field and into a mentorship role at our Big for a Day flag football event. This is Saturday, November the 15th. It's at Irving High School at the football field from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it's a day of fun, football, and connection. What they do is they're going to pair adult men with one of the 400-plus little brothers that are currently waiting for a mentor. And you team up for a friendly flag football game, enjoy lunch together, learn the fundamentals of football while making a lasting impact. This is not a long-term commitment required, just one day to show up, play, and inspire. You can sign up today. The link is in the description, and then you can be a reason that a little brother smiles. So go register for that bad boy now. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and it's a Magic Marker Monday, okay? I wanted to institute a rule here, but I don't think it's fair that we have to pick 4 different positions, but I don't think that's going to happen when I ask this question, but we'll see what happens. The question on today's Magic Marker Monday is which position group on the Cowboys will be most improved in the second half of the season? If you want to see how we graded them, we did that show on Friday, second and third segment of the show, right there in the middle. We graded every position group, and there was a lot of F-minuses, okay? We had a lot of F-minuses. So which one is going to make the biggest jump? I don't think everybody got an F-minus, but a lot of them did.
Yeah.
Which one will make the biggest jump in the second half of the season? Clarence.
Are you going to go with me first?
Clarence.
I'm not going to do the obvious because the obvious is easy. Do the second obvious. D-line. Can I do D-line? Is that a position group?
I think that might be the first obvious.
I don't want to dictate the rules of the game to you. You can do whatever you want.
D-line. Because
There we go.
we got the defensive ends on the come, right?
They're on the come.
Clowney's
Clowney's getting better. Izaraku's getting better.
Ezraku's on the come. They're going to get better. Ezraku's going to continue to rise like the Phoenix.
Yeah, just
Shout
like
out
the
shout out to the
Phoenix.
good bros.
Shout out to the good brothers. The good brothers going to continue to rise. He's playing well. And you look at his numbers against Abdul Carter, I don't know who should have been the first round pick or not because
Stop.
That's fine. Tear down whoever you want. Yeah, that's
I
fine.
said if you look at the numbers.
Yep.
Okay.
I understand what the potential say.
That's
I
fine.
understand the size. All I'm just telling you what the number. Who's been more productive? Ezraku. But you add in what you got with those guys to now a defensive tackle position because you got a hoss. You got a dude in the middle now. Quinnen Williams to go whatever you want to think about how well Kenny Clark has played, but Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, Osa, Odigizua, those three guys in the middle of that defense, this 5-2 front. 5-2 is back in the old days, back in the day when I was growing up.
You let Jeff tell it. Everybody plays a 5-2. Nobody plays a 4-3 anymore.
I'm just saying we
plays a 4-2.
My fault. Let me not speak.
Is the 5-2 a bear front? Is that the bear?
Yeah, 5-2.
Yeah.
We grew up. I grew up
Cover
with
the
so
center.
that's how you stopped the run. You had to stop the option. You had, that triple option. That 5-2.
TV went off when you played football.
I'm telling you, it's 5-2
Full
front.
house
baby.
backfield, wing
But-
tee,
But
run the veer.
there is a lot of hope for
Make the pitch.
the
See it?
defensive line getting better and how it's going to make life easier for these linebackers and the guys in the secondary. Because that defensive line, we got a dude up front. We got a coming dog in Azaraku. We got an old dog that's showing you he can still bite.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's Clowney. He done knocked the dust off of that thing.
Yeah. Knock the rust off a
Sure.
little bit. Yeah.
He ready to go.
He said dust. Yeah, I do think Quinnen makes Kenny Clark better, makes Osa better, makes Ezra better. Like Quinnen qualifies as a force multiplier, and so that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Ali,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
building
stay
up.
there, but I'll specifically go defensive end. Guys off the edge
Yes,
will
I have to
certainly
do it.
benefit from the addition of Quinnen Williams, who obviously is a guy that'll take on a lot of double teams, can fight through double teams. But they mentioned it too. Like we talked to Osa, they love the 5-man fronts because more one-on-one opportunities. Like, isn't that what you would want as a defensive end? Is to get more one-on-one opportunities. The other guy takes a bulk of that.
Yeah, and go check out that breakdown of me doing the 5-man front with the Cowboys. That's go get that KBBU. Did that last week. Oh yeah, sorry.
Was it Thursday? Segment 3?
Yeah, Thursday.
Segment 3.
Little Thursday, little KBBU.
And Izaraku, actually, I think does have more sacks than Abdul Carter. I'm not
He
saying
does.
he's better. I'm not saying he's better. He is
all around
second.
them.
He is second behind Carter in quarterback
Bird
pressures
got more
too.
touchdowns than CD Lamb.
Hey,
Y'all messy. Messy.
I ain't going there with y'all.
Messy.
DeMarcus Lawrence got the same amount of
Messi.
touchdowns.
yeah, Marcus Lawrence got 2 touchdowns.
Messy.
D.O.L.
And
got-
y'all say I'm the messy one.
You're
This is
messy.
who I work with
You're
every
messy
single
Jesse.
day. And I'm the messy one. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Ali.
It makes your job better when you
Go ahead,
It
man.
does.
No, but they never call out y'all messy. They call out Clarence messy. I'm talking.
They
call Clarence
They
messy.
call out your messy.
I'm not messing. I keep it real.
But no, I mean, just in general, the production from the edge position should continue to get better. Izaraku, Clowney, you would hope. I'm biting my tongue. Could Sam Williams take advantage?
Stop with Sam.
I'm not going. I'm not trying to go that far.
The
But
day
you would hope.
The day we put any sort of hope onto Sam Williams is the day that while
That's
we're
what I'm
watching the
saying.
game,
You
get
would
ready for
hope.
post-game.
If not, then
we're not
okay,
doing-
that tells us we got
do
a problem.
prayer circles
Okay.
on every 3rd and 4th down for him to not jump. So
But yeah, I'm going defensive end. They should take advantage of this opportunity.
Jeff has a good point in the chat. Stop giving Chill your spark drink. I do think that's a poor plan by me. I do keep sparking him up, and that's my fault.
Well, go to the one down there because somebody's trying to give Jesse some props, but then they misspelled his name, so I don't know if that goes.
Jesse
Jesse's
is all
all
class. You're
class.
going to want to get rid of that I. You're going to want to go
No, keep the I.
Jesse. That's
Yeah.
what you're going to
No
want to do
I.
there. When you're giving
Thank
you. When you're giving those props.
No,
There's no
Since they
INT.
brought up Jesse,
Jesse Holly. Tote that thing.
No, that's not. That's tomorrow.
Tote
Oh,
that-
for
tote that
me,
board.
Good
for
luck
me,
with that one. Good luck with that one.
cornerback.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
And listen, no, no, listen up. First of all,
I liked it, Ali. He got comfortable now. He's
super
sorry. He got
I love
comfortable
it.
the
I
last
love
2
it.
weeks.
And here's why I'm going
Go
quarterback.
say it.
Here's why I'm going
go
quarterback.
say it.
Pops, you convinced me. You came in the chat today, Pops.
Oh.
Shavon Revel Senior came in the
Shavon
chat
Revel
today.
Senior's in the
He
building.
came in the chat today and said, "My son is getting ready." No, but that didn't get me.
And he said come back Tuesday. I like that.
Hold
But
on.
no.
Next
Pops, I was just joking about the Bauer stuff. Don't try to.
Yeah.
Can we get him in easier? For your son to get this pick. I'm trying to make it a little easier.
But here's why I say the cornerbacks, and I do mean this, because covering is tied to what you can do up front.
Yep.
And I do believe if that 5-man front is going to be what they do, Quinnen is going to command double team. He's going to. That's a fact. And then now what you have is when I can collapse or suppress the middle of that defense, my edges get shorter. So all those plays where Donovan Ezeraku and Jadeveon Clowney and Fowler, who they were just missing the quarterback, now they get to him. Quarterbacks leading up to this had all the time in the world to sit back and process what you were doing on the back end. Now, granted, some of the time guys are running wide open. And I think that will get a little bit rectified in the second half of this season. But when you're able to create pressure with the front 4 or 5 guys and you don't have to blitz, now you can play a little bit better coverage on the back end. So guys understand that the ball's going to have to come out quicker, that the quarterback's not going to have a quarter and a half to pick us apart. Because I don't give a damn. You can have Revis Island on one side. You can have Dion on the other side. If they have to cover for 5 or 6 seconds, someone's getting open. Yeah, that's just the way that the numbers go.
Well,
you just can't cover.
They will get open.
Those two might.
Maybe
They will get open, but they are on that mega speed.
Those two guys,
They got that next man speed.
They might not get open with those two guys.
No, they gonna get open, but they gonna close.
But I do believe what you added up front in Quinnen Williams, and now you have a linebacker in Logan Wilson that will at least get folks lined up. That part will get lined up. It's going to help the back end. Your front definitely is tied to your back end. When those guys are covering well, you get more sacks. When these guys are creating pressure, you get more pass breakups. You get more interceptions because the quarterback is now doesn't have this clean and comfortable pocket to deliver the ball to down the football field. So I do believe that you're going to see greater cornerback play because of what you've done up front and because Shavon Revel Daddy said so.
That's right. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, Pops. I'm with you, Pops. Let's go.
Hey,
be right.
I got Pops say he want to come on. We're gonna get him on.
We're
gonna get him on.
Shavon got to do something first.
Shavon
got to do something.
Okay. We're gonna get him on.
Shavon got to do something.
I think if the dad of a current Cowboy wants to come hang out, he's welcome.
We're gonna get him on.
At least the first time.
See
how he does.
We're gonna get him on.
We don't know this man,
Jesse.
So if we'll see.
We play the hits.
We all play the hits, and he's a high pick.
We play the hits.
He's a high pick.
This is no disrespect
Much talked
to you,
about
Dad.
player. Jerry talked about him being part of the Cavalry.
He goes out and balls out on Monday night. Come on.
How about a Cowboy Daddies roundtable?
We can do all of that.
How many daddies you got?
We're gonna do that. We can do that.
You got Zeke Daddy.
I got all of them.
You got Micah Daddy. Shavon Daddy.
I will tell you
Micah's brother would love to.
I will tell you something. And I talked to
that would do numbers.
I talked to Dad in training camp, and we got to get to Jeff. But
no, we don't.
He played before he got hurt. He played with a hernia.
Who?
Revel, and he was balling with a hernia.
Okay.
So
carrying some water over.
I'm just telling you what I was told.
Is it that?
You got a man in the chat watching you now.
Is it that a Q?
No.
Oh, because you're a water carrier now.
I'm trying to give you information.
You're a water carrier now.
So now we can't give information.
You're a water carrier now.
So now,
Daboll
got fired.
We can't give information now.
We'll go
I'm
around.
just saying that
we got that next coming up.
Yeah, we got that coming
all these stuff and all the high grades he got from playing in college. He was rated high before he got hurt, and he was doing that not 100%. I'm just saying that now he's going to be 100%, not just from the knee, but also from the hernia.
Is there any other Cowboy family member that talks to you that you'd like to talk up their kid real quick, or can we move on?
I mean,
he's got more. He doesn't want to say.
You guys are so hateful.
You know Dak Daddy too, right?
I know Dak Daddy, yeah.
Get him in here.
I mean, you guys so hateful.
Get him in here.
We're not hateful.
Linebacker.
That's the position group that'll improve most in the second half.
Is that because they're taking guys off the field? Or
the answer is yes. To that or whatever you were going to say next. The answer is yes. Jesse and I went with the good bets. We picked the position groups that got F minuses at the midway point. So even if we could get to a D minus, we're cooking over here.
We're balling.
Okay?
We'll take it.
We picked the F minus spots. I do think that, and we'll have to see what they do. You traded very little So are they going to immediately say, Logan Wilson, you are our starting middle linebacker and you're playing all the snaps?
Has to.
I believe
Have
they
to.
should.
They have to.
I believe they should. And if Overshown is playing, I know where Overshown plays. That's a weak side. That's a will linebacker. That's a we want you running and hitting linebacker, which means you should be going from Kenneth Murray and Shamar James as your primary linebackers to Logan Wilson as your middle and DeMarvion Overshown as the will. And I think that you are absolutely, positively upgrading both from day one. And when you go 3 linebackers, that gets interesting because I think Leofau is the guy you would want playing your Sam. So you may be going from Kenneth Murray and Shamar James playing a ton to playing very, very little for both of them.
I break the pool stick and I make Shamar James and Leofau.
Say, hey, you want to be a Sam? 225-pound Sam?
Crack.
Let's get it.
Let's go get it.
Let's get it. Yeah. And so, the linebacker play I think will be better. Overshown and Logan Wilson gives you a way better chance to have a competent linebacker core, and we're looking forward to that. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, we do have a firing in the NFC East. We have something else going down in the NFC East. And how unlikely is it that the Cowboys can make this push? It's next. Sign up to be a diehard. I dare you. Also, or else, which of course is not a threat. There is a QR code on your screen. And so if you highlight that sucker with your phone, guess what? It'll take you where you need to be. And you can sign up to be a diehard. And when you do that, you get the hookup. And getting the hookup is important.
You like that?
We love the hookup.
Depending on,
take a hookup on
you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you sending me the link for that one thing. I ordered
Oh,
it.
yeah.
with
Did you?
me. Oh,
Did you?
yeah.
All
You
right.
get the little cold water bucket that runs up the hose.
Yeah.
That way, it can keep it on for a long time.
Let me know
It's
how
gonna
that
be
works
nice.
out.
It's going to be great.
We hook each other up.
But when you sign up to be a diehard, one, you'll get an ad-free experience on our website, which is great. You don't want to see them ads. So go ahead and sign up to be a diehard. They'll go away. You also get access to our diehard-only level content, which is nice. You'll also get to pick a T-shirt from our merch store that'll be yours for free. You can pick whichever one you like. I rock that 88 Club T-shirt from time to time. I've got it. I am wearing a hoodie.
If you do it, listen to this. If you do a diehard,
Yeah.
and call Qualis Roofing,
Yeah.
we're doing an inspection.
Yeah.
Yeah, two free T-shirts.
That's not a bad plan. Sign up to be a diehard as soon as you're done. Call Qualis Roofing. Schedule an inspection. They'll get you a second T-shirt.
It costs you nothing.
And you're cooking.
It costs you nothing.
Well, it costs you the cost of being a diehard. The first one does.
Well, I'm talking about for Qualis.
Yeah, for Qualis, it costs you nothing.
You get
Schedule
two for the
it.
price of one.
Yeah, that's
Cost
nice.
you nothing for a roof inspection.
You also get a discount from the merch store once you are a diehard. So if you want my DLLS hoodie, you could get 20% off that sucker once you're signed up to be a diehard. That's nice. We have a Discord where our community of diehards hangs out. Talking during the games is fun. You pop up in whichever channel, whichever team is playing, you pop up in there. Maybe share a recipe in the food channel. Your favorite TV, movie, book. We got channels for that as well. Just go ahead and pop over there and sign up to be a diehard. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Brian Daboll is out as the head coach of the New York Giants. This is according to an Adam Schefter tweet from 3 minutes ago. And it does appear to be a real Twitter account. So Brian Daboll is out of there. The Giants have quit the season. Of course, not that he was going to help you in any way, shape, or form, but the Giants have thrown in the towel. That's very unfortunate. I want to mention the Commanders, though.
Can we just say this is a year so too late?
It is.
I mean, why was he still? You had Daniel Jones. That was your savior, right? You failed with Daniel Jones. Why was he still here anyway?
Honestly, I think he was still here because they owed him that. He didn't want Daniel Jones.
No, he didn't. And they paid him that big contract.
They paid him. He didn't want Daniel Jones. He wanted to go a different direction. But because they paid him, they paid Daniel Jones, and they were just like, let's see. We paid him because he wanted Saquon. He wanted Saquon to stay and not to pay. So it may have been one of those sympathy years.
Okay, but who looks smart and who looks dumb now?
The Giants always look dumb.
They
the
look
Giants
dumb. But the way Daniel Jones is balling, and you are offensive guy, and you were supposed to be, the quarterback guru, whisperer, offense and develop. And you see what Daniel Jones is doing.
Situation Indy's a heck of a lot better than New York. They've been trying to build.
It wasn't last year.
They've been trying to build an offensive line since I was in middle school.
Okay, but
you can't
pick
function
the
as
right
an
guys.
offense without an O-line.
It wasn't
They had
last
to
year.
They had to use a top 5 pick just to fix their run game with Saquon. He's not even there anymore.
Indy used a top 5 pick on a quarterback and benched it for Daniel Jones, who's making magic happen.
Well, Daniel Jones is starting to find that clock is starting
He's
to
been
kind
turning
of
the ball over a little bit too much too the last couple of
strike
years.
12.
Keep
Nobody's perfect.
Keep it, yeah.
a
yes.
wonk eye.
All I'm saying is
Jonathan Taylor went for 220 yesterday.
All I'm saying is you can't say
Keep a wonk
that I didn't want Daniel Jones, and then I looked out. Daniel Jones is balling.
Imagine
out
if you
on
had
your butt.
Saquon and Jackson Dart.
I would take Jackson Dart over Daniel Jones. I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying.
I know the injuries. I know you're going to bring that up.
I absolutely would.
you would.
In a heartbeat, I would.
I mean, you would.
I would. I would
But
take
we
Dart
don't even
over
know what we
Daniel
have in Jackson Dart, and that's the problem with quarterback play. I mean, it is mind-boggling. Like I keep going back to even Cowboy fans, talking about getting rid of Dak for who, for what? Sunshine in Jacksonville was the can't miss of all can't miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Going from his first week. Whatever. Every quarterback goes to a bad situation. You can go to a bad situation and turn it around if you're that guy. But Sunshine was supposed to be special. He was mobile. He was prototypical size. Great arm.
When you don't have the
10-cent head.
When you get
Did you watch him yesterday?
When you get rocked the way that Sunshine was getting rocked his first couple of years, and they don't. That's the difference between having a quarterback who can play and then you put him into a situation that is unforgiving. And if you can't protect and these quarterbacks start seeing, because look at what Sam Darnold was when he was in New York to where he is now. There is a level of coaching that comes into play, and there also is a level of, can we protect this dude? If we can protect him, he can actually turn out to be something. It's when you can't protect a young quarterback who's trying to learn in this league, boy, you're in trouble. You are in trouble.
I want to pop over to another very brief around the NFC East situation, and then we can talk about the likelihood of the Cowboys making this push. The Washington Commanders got run for their 3rd straight week. Maybe we should fire Dan Quinn. Their last 3 weeks.
Yeah, fire him so he can come be our DC.
Their last 4 weeks, they have lost by 22, 21, 24, 22. And against the Lions, Daron Payne punched Amon-Ra St. Brown directly in the head after a play. Amon-Ra St. Brown is just walking off the field, and Daron Payne stood there, waited, and threw a full roundhouse right into his head.
Didn't knock him down. Your punches must be soft, my boy. But don't punch me because I don't want to find out. But he didn't knock him down.
Amon-Ra's packed in
He didn't knock him down. But Amon-Ra didn't even kind of go back.
No, he's tough.
I'm just saying.
He's tough. But
I wonder which blood of that one took the punch.
Well, so
for Amon-Ra.
Daron, which what?
Never mind. Those that'll get it will get it.
Daron Payne has now been suspended a week for throwing that punch, which I don't care.
One game.
I warned you Washington wasn't going to be good this year.
A week sounds strong, but it's just one game.
Right, one game. But my question is, how dumb, that's a mean word, when are we going to stop thinking that we're accomplishing something by punching someone in an NFL game, which is going to get you ejected and maybe suspended, punching someone who is wearing armor on the part you're punching? And you are hitting them with the part of your body that has lots of little bones in it.
Never.
The odds of Amon-Ra St. Brown getting hurt from being punched in the head were right around 0.
Yep.
The odds of Daron Payne hurting himself were way higher.
Not the point.
And boy, he went for it.
Not the point.
Which
he played on the field.
Never.
That's just,
But that wasn't even like a snap reaction. He waited for him.
Right.
He stood there and waited. He premeditated trying to break his own hand on a helmet.
Yeah.
That's just silly, which brings me to the next point. Our defensive linemen, I'm not saying the dumbest, but if you had to go to a position group on the field and say the highest element of not always thinking and or crazy, is it defensive linemen?
Yes. I mean, this year already, we have the Daron Payne throwing a punch. We have the Caelen Carson spitting.
Yeah.
We have another spitting from a defensive lineman, don't we? We have 2 spitting incidents from
that was in college, I think.
Okay.
We got Sam.
Florida.
We we have Sam.
The D line is where the crazies are.
Yes.
That's where the crazies are.
I was having this conversation with Greg Ellis, and it goes back to the mental health thing. Football players, you're basically asking. Football is organized violence to a certain extent. You're asking a guy,
not to a certain extent.
Yeah, but you're asking the guy
to the fullest extent.
You're asking the guy to be enraged, okay, between the whistles. But when the whistle, cut it off. When the lights go out, cut it off. But for 60 minutes a day, a game, between 30s, I want you to be enraged.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're asking them to just not cut it off.
Yeah, I'm asking you not to premeditate throwing a roundhouse right.
Okay, you're talking about roundhouse rights. I'm just talking about, seriously, when you talk about, but especially on defense, though, I grew up in a time when defense coaches didn't mind having to bail out their defensive players out of jail on Friday night before the game because you want crazies.
Yeah.
That's how, and obviously the suspensions and everything make it different, but you're asking guys to be crazy, to be enraged, to throw their body, especially defensive line. We used to call it, that's just a different position because that is really truly car wrecks every play.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 300. The defensive line is a whole different level of crazy, and you think they're big guys, but most offensive linemen are bigger than them. You're talking about 300, 360. Offensive linemen are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and defensive ends. They're committing car wrecks. They're in car wrecks with their bodies.
Didn't Shavon Kinlaw? Didn't he hit a ref in this game too? I think Shavon Kinlaw.
Kinlaw is the one who said that Amar threw the first punch,
which was great because then people posted the video and it's Amon-Ra walking for 4 seconds by himself before Daron Payne punches him.
It may have been a play or two before. I don't know.
Yeah, it must have been earlier.
But so that's all part of this whole thing. You're asking guys to be violent and then cut it off like that.
Yeah. That's the name of the game.
It is the name of the game.
That's what you've been programmed. That's what you've been programmed to do since Little League.
It's just hard for the crazies. D-line is the crazy.
It is.
It is.
So you're talking about dumb, but there's some crazy guys up to listen. And your next locker mate was one of them.
Jay Ratliff.
Hey, Ratliff.
Respectfully, Jay. Respectfully.
You
know me and you cool.
All respect to Jay.
Me and you, Jay, me and you go way back. Me and you have we've had some adventures, you and I.
Jesse and I have nothing but respect for the Ratliff and Harrison families.
Absolutely. Yes.
You know that.
As a unit, as a group.
Nothing but respect. Poku fan is in the super chat. Only way to make the playoffs is through the division. Philly 6-2. Next 3 is at Green Bay versus Detroit, at Dallas. No one's won back-to-back in the East in over 20 years. # Kool-Aid drinking.
I think Detroit. I think the Eagles wins tonight. I think they beat
Green Bay.
I think they beat Green Bay.
Well, yeah, but if Green Bay wins, that helps the Cowboys. They take care of their own business.
Everything helps the Cowboys.
Either way, technically helps because if Green Bay loses, that pick does get higher.
Yeah, Green Bay losing is great.
We're talking about the playoffs right now. We're not talking about the pick, Jeff. We're talking about the playoffs. The conversation was about the playoffs.
I think Ali makes a great point. There is no bad result.
There's no bad result, Clarence.
I'm just saying, as far as the playoffs are concerned,
there is no bad result.
Defense?
Dronos.
And I don't think the division is your way to the playoffs, honestly. Dronos said, please sit Overshown and Revel for the rest of the season. Let's prepare for next year. Let Leafau and James run with Wilson. NFC too deep for wild card. That's a team tank man right there.
Yeah, but that's
a team tank man right there.
He wants to see this be the worst defense in NFL history.
That's how you tank. That's the way to do it. I do think that the Cowboys' way to the playoffs is not through the division. I think your odds of catching Philadelphia are right around 0. I think
what if you beat Philadelphia?
What's that?
If you beat Philadelphia,
that would be one of the losses. All right, need to find them.
If you beat
lose tonight,
you beat the Chiefs.
No,
okay,
not the same.
Sure,
it ain't the same.
You beat Philly,
that ain't the same fight. That ain't the same fight.
One has a QB.
Fights.
Currently, the last team in the NFC playoff picture is at 6-3. That's the last playoff team, and that's the Chicago Bears. I think there is only one other team that matters that's not currently in the playoffs, and that's the 6-4 San Francisco 49ers. Other teams in front of you in the NFC are the Carolina Panthers at 5-5 and the Minnesota Vikings at 4-5. I don't care about them. I think you have to catch the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears if you're going to make the postseason. And you are 3-5-1. The teams you are chasing are 6-3 and 6-4. Boy, you better stack them up. Stack them up. Lose to the Raiders and see what happens on this show. See how often Clarence has to scream at me for trying to talk draft in the first 8 seconds of a show. Lose to the Raiders.
They're going to beat the Raiders 100-0.
Mr. Revel.
Doing my Jeff.
Mr. Revel, hype him up. We need a pick, all right? We need one on Monday. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. Hit the like button on your way out. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.